What's up guys and welcome back. First of all, if you would like to support me and the channel, my PayPal will be in the description. And yeah, I'm back with something new. I got this some time ago, so here it is. I hope you enjoy. What if Naruto could edit his stats? Yes guys, similar to solo leveling but something much greater guys. So if you like this and you want to see part 2, just go ahead and comment down below and obliterate that like button guys. And get this one beyond 100 likes. So yeah, without further ado or wasting any more time, and also don't forget to go ahead and check out the other channels. I indeed have 3 more. I'll be leaving them down in the description, and also I'll be leaving a comment for you guys to go ahead and comment your newest ideas. I also post the latest video and the last one of what if Naruto had Omni Energy over Enemy King 3, so enjoy that. So without further ado or wasting any more time, let us begin now guys. We begin this episode with Naruto Uzumaki. There was a lady, an old lady on his back. Naruto was 11 years old as he was heading up a rather large vantage point. She lived a really long distance up. However, Naruto was helping the woman as he moved. His speed was quick. For someone so young, he was 11 years old. His spiky blonde hair, blue eyes, and whisker face. As he reached up to the top and set her down along with her things, she gave him a candy, a little sweet, thanking him for all of his help. Some people in the village might not like him that much. However, a lot of people were neutral about him, and some, the older folks, were quite grateful towards him because he was a really helpful young man. When Naruto got back down, he saw something that only he could see. Words in front of his eyes. Karma points. +2. The next day we find Naruto within a dense forest area. As he was tied up to a tree, his legs that is, as he pulled himself up. He wasn't wearing a shirt, as he was sweating. Finally, he cut the rope and flipped and landed, slicing it before he landed on the ground. Once he was done, he saw physical growth +1. Naruto smiled as he continued working. All of this was benefiting him greatly. The next day, Hiruzen and Sarutobi stood by the window and gazed down below. As he saw Naruto, for someone so young, he was moving across the street, carrying a lot of bags, helping out the older folks. Over the years, the stigma on his name has really begun to change. The way the people view and saw him. It happened when Naruto was 10 years old. Everything about him changed. He started to help out people. Whenever Hiruzen came by his apartment, it was spotless. Not even a speck of dirt. Everything about Naruto seemed different. And the people started to notice that. There were so many that talk fondly about him now. Even those that dislike him for the burden that he had started to see just how much he was proving himself as a citizen of Konoha, helping out the older folks and even some of the younger ones as well. As Naruto was making his name something great. Hiruzen believed that Naruto was doing this to show that he was indeed a part of the village, to make his name on Konoha, but, well, helping out people was good and all, but there was also a second reason behind Naruto. Sudden change. The exact date. Flashback. On the exact date of Naruto's 10th birthday, something happened to him. He was heading home. Yes, he was. As the time struck 12 a.m. It was October the 10th. It was his birthday. Naruto thought he was going mad as he saw what seemed to be a screen in front of him. He read the words, "Welcome, Naruto Uzumaki." It skipped over to something else, an introduction. Status point editing. That is what it said. Naruto was gravely confused. It started to make him understand. At first, Naruto thought that this was just a hallucination of his. As he read, chakra, shortened to CH, total energy pool for jutsus, stamina, affects how long he can fight, how strong the jutsus are. Chakra control, shortage, CC, determines how effective chakra is used. Higher, less waste, better elemental and ninjutsu usage. Strength, shortage, STR. Physical power punch, grapple, throw, effective close combat, and lifting. Agility, AGI. Speed, reaction time, affects dodging, taijutsu, speed, and stealth. Endurance, shortage, end. Durability, stamina regulation, reduce taking damage, allows him to keep on fighting through pain. Perception, PER, shortened. Sensory, awareness, detection, chakra, traps, people, impact genjutsu resistance, instincts, intelligence, INT, knowledge, strategy, learning speed, fuinjutsu, greatly affecting in planning, traps making, and jutsu understanding. The point system. Naruto was shocked. He experimented to see if this was even real. Every single category had a different amount of points. Chakra, it had the largest, 10 points. Chakra control had 1 point, rather disappointing. Strength, 2 points. Agility, 2 points. Endurance, 8 points. Perception, 1 point. Intelligent, 3 points. Naruto was rather disappointed in that. And confused as well, as he realized that he could do a lot. Naruto could take away the points from each category and add it to another, but he could not make them go to 0, only 1. He reduced all the points from all the others and added to strength. Naruto was stunned when he lifted up a chair, but everything became so foggy for him. He lifted the chair and threw it, and it was launched right through the window and crashing on the ground in a far distance away. But Naruto felt so foggy, so dim, so weak. Everything about him felt so horrible. He returned things back to normal and realized in that moment that it was real. He was shocked, beyond shocked, as he learned on that day that he could take the points away from one category and add it to another. And in doing so, whatever he added to, it drastically increased. On a daily basis, Naruto removed points from his chakra and placed it within intelligence. It allowed him to learn faster. Yes, it allowed him to learn a lot faster because once he got to understand what the system truly was, Naruto was shocked. You see, his actions got him points. Naruto could see the categories. Cleaning his room equal discipline. That was 1 point. Basic push-ups, sit-ups, physical growth. That was also 1 point as well. It was up to 10. So 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups. He gained a point for doing each. Yes, so 20 in all. Helping old people, moral bonus, karma, +2. Naruto read through them with a happy smile on his face, learning a lot. Meditation, 10 minutes. Chakra control, +2. Sparring with a genin. Combat experience, +5. Completing a D rank. Physical labor or teamwork, +5 to +7. Saving someone. Heroic act, +10. Fighting a strong enemy. Danger. High stats, +15 to +25. Near death. Near death experience survival, +50. Only one-time bonus. That confuse him. Learn a jutsu. Mental effect, +8 to +20, depending on the difficulty. Win a tuning exams. Extra round. Public victory, +30. Survive a S-rank mission. High risk action, +100. Naruto was surprised by that. But he soon learned that it wasn't just those were the only things. His daily activities led to new activities arriving for him to do, things that he completed. And once he did, he was rewarded with the points. For the past year, Naruto has been going non-stop, increasing his stats, taking away so much points from other areas and putting them into intelligence to learn a lot. Because the more he learned, the more he grew, the more activities that were there. It was truly insane. No one else seemed to be aware of this. Naruto hasn't told anyone yet, truly trying to maximize everything that he's come across so far. Naruto had tried to cheat the system by purposely messing up his room, but he did not get the points. Everything that he did had to be legitimate. The system was a part of him. It was strange. His point system. Naruto still had no idea how it just appeared, or why was he the only one that possessed it. But he has become a bit obsessive over it. Due to his insane growth, it started to be noticeable. Yes, extremely so, especially at the academy. Naruto had not met a genin that he could fight or spar with that will gain him those additional points. However, as of this moment right now, he was 11 years old. Naruto points were as such. His chakra was at 15. It was 10 in the beginning. But Naruto realized that having all the chakra without control was nothing. His control was currently at 8, a drastic jump since. His strength was at 7. His agility was at 9. Naruto had been using this to move from one place to another rather quickly. His endurance, his stamina, that was at 8. His perception, it was at 4. His intelligence, though, that was at 15. Naruto had been working hard on that because it awakened new foresight for him, allowing him to understand a lot more, reading-wise, academic-wise. It was the last few years left in the academy, but the sudden growth was surprising a lot of people. But due to his change of activities and the recent helping hand that people had been seeing him giving on, they believed that he was simply taking things a lot more seriously and that he was capable of this a long time ago. But they did not know the truth. Time skip. Naruto reached, as it was the final day, a clone. A clone materialized beside him. But this was no standard clone though. Naruto was able to figure out the Shadow Clone Jutsu on his own. He could perform the normal clone, but he felt like showing off a bit. Both senseis, Mizuki and Aruka, were stunned. Naruto's knowledge had grown since. He was now 12 years old, almost 13. Naruto's intelligence was currently at 18. His perception had gone up by 2 points. His endurance by 2 points as well. His agility by 3. His strength by 2. His chakra control by 3. And his chakra by 1. Naruto had been working hard, yes. He can't wait to become a ninja. That is when the real points will be racking in. Naruto got his head banned, and he was happy. He was proud of himself. He might not have anyone to celebrate with, but he was happy though. Because of his growth in intelligence, it wasn't hard to truly understand why the people look at him the way they did. Let's just say the Hokage was stunned when Naruto went to confirm his theory with him, to understand that he was the wielder of the 9 tails. Hiruzen was surprised how well Naruto handled the situation, not believing himself to be a monster but only the one that contained the monster. Hiruzen had to say he knew that Naruto had a good head on his shoulders, but he was much smarter than he thought. Way smarter than he thought, yes. Due to his lack of earlier growth in the academy, the newest scores did not move him from the position. He would have climbed, but they were already putting the kids in a pattern, setting them up in teams. Naruto was placed on Team 7, along with Sakura and Sasuke. Naruto noticed that Iruka had a slash, as he could tell the man had been in a fight. But Naruto said nothing about that, not knowing what it was about. Their jonin was a man known as Kakashi Hatake. The man greeted them with a gaze of boredom. Naruto was much smarter, as the words were rather cryptic. Kakashi never told them not to eat. He advised them not to eat. Naruto stopped both Sakura and Sasuke. Given how things are, and that they were on a team, he presumed that they were going to need each other. Naruto, who had been extremely antisocial, neither of them were rather close with him, nor were they close with each other. You two should eat tomorrow, he said. Sakura looked rather confused, but Sensei said that we shouldn't. We shouldn't go against his rules. Listen, said Naruto. Think about what he said. She was confused as she looked towards Sasuke, but Sasuke didn't have the answer either. He said, I would advise you not to eat. I believe he wants us to be hungry for something. However, you're smart, said Naruto looking at Sakura. What was one of the few first lessons of the academy in terms of being a fully functional ninja? Proper assessment of your own situation, including your body. Sakura eyes lit up. Make sure you have a proper meal, she said, to have the strength to function. Exactly. I believe you want us to be weak, to test our moral. So, I would advise you two to eat, said Naruto. Otherwise, we might fail. We, Sasuke said. This test is not going to be an individual test. We're all gonna have to work together. And how do you know that, Sasuke asks? Konoha is all about teamwork. All about the will of fire. They will want us to work together. It's the basic guide of everything, said Naruto. He left after that. You think he's right? Sakura said, looking towards Sasuke. Only thing he did though was grunt, as he made his way off thinking about what Naruto said as well. Time skip. Kakashi Hatake expected to see them a bit more winded, but all of them look rather healthy, purposely showing up late. The other two were looking at Naruto, who was rather pleased that they took his advice. And Naruto was right, immediately assessing the danger of the situation. His words plague in their mind. Teamwork. As both of them went to the bushes, Naruto made his way off as well. He gathered the both of them, bringing Sakura to Sasuke. Sasuke looked towards him, remembering what he said yesterday. "I have an idea, but I'm going to need your strength," said Naruto. He boasts Sasuke's ego, knowing that was a big part of his personality. Naruto then proceeded to change his stats, pushing most of it into agility, which increases speed drastically. Naruto took away 7 points away from each. As he lowered a lot of them, he did not lessen his intelligence that much, but the others though, especially his strength, now possessing the strength of an average, academy student. It started with Sakura. Kakashi Hatake was observing when she suddenly started to throw shurikens and kunai towards him. He looked rather amused as he dodged and weaved away from them. When Sasuke burst out of the foliage, Kakashi one eye widened in surprise. They were working together, he said. This caught him off guard, judging by their different perspective and the way they talk about their dreams and their desires. This surprised him. Naruto himself said that he wanted to be the best. The way he spoke was like he was speaking about something completely different than what they were talking about. Naruto was speaking about his stats. He wanted to push them beyond their limits. Kakashi was impressed. Sasuke launched a fireball towards him. He was impressed by Sasuke's control. Kakashi jumped in the air when Naruto slammed into him. The copy ninja was caught off guard. What the hell? He thought to himself. Naruto also placed a few points into perception as well. His instincts, his sense, his aura, his detection of movements, the slightest move. And with his speed being so high, Kakashi grabbed and threw him away, completely shocked that Naruto caught him off guard. Naruto flipped and landed perfectly. However, the copy ninja noticed something. The bells. He was stunned. Truly. Naruto made his way towards the others. Sakura threw her hands up in victory, happy. Even Sasuke had a tiny smirk. Naruto was smiling. However, the copy ninja decided that he would test them even more. Yes, he decided that he would test them. Alright, he said. So which one of you would be going back to the academy? He said, trying to hide how surprised he was that Naruto was able to take the bells from him. This phenomenon was something that he had to explore more about. How was he that fast? The copy ninja truly wondered. Naruto held his hand out as Sakura placed a finger on one of the bells. He turned towards Sasuke, who grunted before he placed a finger on the other bell as well. "What are you doing?" said Kakashi. "Well, your exact wording was, who will be holding the bells at the end of the test? Who will have the bells at the end of the test?" Naruto said it twice. "They will be passing, and the one that doesn't have a bell will be going back. So, by your logic, as long as all three of us is holding on to the bell, the moment the bells ring, signifying the end of the exams, I believe that we all can pass." Not exactly what Kakashi was going for, but they worked together. The copy ninja looked towards them as he started to laugh, sounding rather amused. "I don't think that it worked," Sakura said, starting to get nervous. However, his laugh turned into a humorful one as he eye smiled towards them. Time skip. "Really? Naruto?" Harrison questioned Kakashi. Kakashi confirmed what he saw. Naruto was indeed something special. His speed. He caught him off guard and he got the bell. Hiruzen started to think back towards Naruto's recent change. Well, not so recent. However, the fact that he figured out that he had the Nine Tails on his own. With the recent attack by Mizuki, which was stopped of course. Hiruzen was thinking a lot about Naruto as well, as he was thinking about outside forces and Naruto came to his mind. Worried about the young boy and the power that he possessed, know that he was going to become a ninja. But Naruto already knew this. He told Kakashi how calm and collected Naruto was. The child was indeed something special. Something that had to be watched to ensure that things went well. Very well. As the time passed by, Team 7 worked a lot of D-rank missions until Kakashi decided to truly put their experience out there as he brought them to a sea. Team 7 was supposed to be guarding Tazuna, the land of wave. As Naruto was making his way, he was looking towards his stats, as he's gained a couple more points since now being on Team 7 completing the missions. While they were only D ranks, each of them had a point of completion. And things were going well. He also get extra points for doing things like, well, picking the flowers and the weeds faster, scooping up the dog poops, painting the fences under a certain amount of time. So Naruto was excellent at the D-rank missions, which was drawing attention. The boy that was, well, so helpful. Due to him being rather well known, most people can't help themselves but to start to see him as a child who was doing nothing but being a positive member on society and trying his best. As for Team 7, they were getting along. Sasuke finally had what he wanted, a partner to spar with, who was stronger than he thought. Sasuke was truly astonished when Naruto knocked him away with a punch. Others in the academy could not stand up to him, but Naruto was able to fight him blow for blow. Each time Sasuke started a battle between them, a point was given to Naruto the moment he landed the first blow. Naruto was growing insanely. Sasuke was also growing as well. The sheer power of a Uchiha genetics were truly insane. Thus Team 7 went on their first mission, and Naruto spotted the demon brother rather quickly, both of them hidden behind their genjutsu illusion. Kakashi Hatake was not fooling anyone, Naruto thought. The man was a jonin. However, Naruto quickly realized that something wasn't right here, and it wasn't just them. These two that were going to attack were pretty decent. However, were they here for Team 7 or were they here for the client? From what the mission status said, they were only supposed to be facing bandits. Kakashi was torn apart by the slow eye, but Naruto saw the wooden chunks. Miyaizo tried to get past, along with Gozu over to the right, but Sasuke stopped the both of them. He jumped forward and knocked them away with a kick. None of them expected though for Naruto to reach the same speed and grab Miyaizo's arm. Naruto strike him right below the tendons right at his hand, immediately staggering his movements in that hand. He tried to use the other, but Naruto struck him in the shoulder with an obscene amount of force, causing his other hand to go limp. The moment was all Naruto needed as he flipped, crashing his knee into his nose. Naruto then grabbed the gauntlet and threw it towards his own brother. He was forced to dodge, allowing Sasuke to knock him across the head, crushing him down into the ground. He left himself wide open. They underestimated kids too much. As for the last one, Naruto grabbed the chain and wrapped it around his throat. Naruto then twisted around the tree. The more he pulled, the tighter it got as Naruto stepped on the kunai that pinned the other link down to the ground. With his two arms out of commission for the few moments, he was wide open for Naruto to knock him into next week. As he collapsed on the ground, Kakashi was astonished. He was right. Naruto was indeed something else. The moment Kakashi revealed himself, Naruto already understood. The client lied to them. Now they had a choice. Naruto saw as the man tried to plead and beg with them. The remaining members of Team 7 started to wilt in their own, personal reasons. But he could see that Sakura was nervous, as she wasn't able to do much in the moment, and she was concerned that if they weren't here, things would be bad for her. However, Naruto's words, telling her that they will fight as a team, seemed to scare most of that away. As Team 7 headed off, their next big attack was a man known as Zabuza Momochi, a very terrifying man. Zabuza filled the entire place with mist and then bloodlust. However, Naruto brought his hand together and his chakra blanketed out, surrounding the entire members around him. Both Kakashi and Zabuza were stunned, as Naruto chakra created a perfect defensive wall. Sasuke couldn't understand, as the temptation that he was feeling was gone. "Don't worry, I got this," said Naruto. His chakra covered all of them, keeping them safe and protected. However, Zabuza was fast, but Naruto's perception was drastically increased. Naruto threw the kunai over his shoulder. Zabuza knocked it away, but the sound was all Kakashi needed, slamming a foot in Zabuza's chest, launching him away. As an epic battle took place between them. As they fought, Naruto started to see the patterns, the swing of his blade. Naruto pulled out 3 kunais and 2 shurikens as he launched the shurikens in the air. He closed his eyes and waited for, as he heard it, the clash of their weapon. Naruto threw the weapons. They bounced off one another. Kakashi looked around his eyes, watching them move. Zabuza sliced the 3 of them, but he did not notice the 3rd shuriken in the shadows. It stabbed in his leg, hitting his tendons. That slowed him down. And with that, Kakashi picked him apart, launching him towards a tree. He crashed. As someone arrived, Team 7 was still guarding the client. The person was able to hide themselves rather well, and due to their distance, Naruto did not pick up on them. Kakashi returned, having enough strength to stand. He looked towards Naruto. "Nice job," he said. They returned back. The copy ninja was curious about Naruto's actions back there, questioning him, trying to understand. His pattern was perfect. His moves were flawless. After all, a simple mistake could have cost them by him accidentally injuring Kakashi. Not that that was easy though. Naruto went after the sensory theory. As Kakashi knew that Naruto was a censor, that has been shown multiple times already. However, Kakashi started to wonder if Naruto wasn't any normal censor. The way Naruto spoke about it, could he see the patterns in the sensing? Like chakra droplets, returning back. Due to his high state of intelligence, Naruto recalled something from the academy. As he recalled not being taught it, but it was something that he read in a book. Wasn't that ninja supposed to take the head and discard the body? The copy ninja froze in his step, having no idea how he missed that. None at all. As for Naruto, when Zabuza bloodlust filled the area, Naruto was shocked at something that he never saw before happen. A new stat appeared. Willpower. It currently had 3 points. As Naruto read it, he ignored it earlier because the battle was at full swing. Mental resistance, emotional focus, boost resistance to genjutsu, mental attacks, and increase training efficiency. Now that's surprising. Naruto had not seen that. Not at all. Well, as Naruto sat down and started to think, it seems like he can awaken more stats. Now that made him smile. As Naruto wondered just how much more stats were there. He focused on the willpower essence, the WP. This will be good when he's fighting someone with a powerful aptitude to genjutsu, a powerful control for mental attacks. There was a lot for him to work on. Naruto sat with the child in Iri after his anger towards them. Naruto spoke to him and got 3 points. Good Samaritan as he spoke to the child and cheered him up. As he watched the boy went inside, Naruto paused for a moment. He wondered if he cares. Naruto was thinking about himself lately. Since he got this status, Naruto started to do everything the points recommend. He spoke because he believed this was a way to gain more points. But wasn't that a horrible thing to do because he doesn't truly mean it? But if he doesn't mean it, why would he get the points? As Naruto was confusing himself now, he never thought about things like this. However, speaking to that child, seeing that smile ignite back on his face, making him a promise that he would save him, that he would save them all, Naruto sat there silently, questioning about his own, empathy on the matter. Of course he wanted to help these people, but was he only doing it for the points? Naruto thought about that, his mind being much stronger to think about a lot at once. As the time passed, Kakashi was alarmingly surprised as Naruto walked up the tree, like it was nothing. However, Naruto questioning on the matter was something that caught Kakashi off guard. You want to fly? Not exactly that, said Naruto. But I'm wondering, if a ninja can stick themselves to a surface with chakra, can't a ninja use a precise amount of chakra to levitate off of a surface as well, keeping the distance between themselves and the surface at the perfect portion of chakra to control the levitation? In order to even do something like that, the user have to possess an extreme amount of chakra and also an extreme amount of control. And the control will have to be so precise because using that amount of chakra might break the surface. And that would be useless in a battle because of the shifting movements. But I like where your mind is heading, Kakashi said. Truly surprised to speak to such a, informative young man that was desiring to create something special. And as Naruto spoke about it with such passion, he believed that he can do it. That night, Kakashi watched as Naruto did not mock or insult. He helped. He helped Sasuke, the only one that was struggling with the tree walking, the sign of a true leader. He smiled proudly. As the time went by, Naruto stuck to his training, not going too far away from the house. Naruto sat within a field, meditating, his eyes closed. That is when Naruto saw it, as there was also a new status awakened. Naruto figured something like this might happen, but not to this level. You see, Naruto has been focusing on elemental control. Due to his previous questioning to Kakashi, Naruto was bringing wind nature into it. However, the status that just opened up was something vastly different than what he expected. Nature affinity. NAT. Nat. Naruto saw them. Each of them has a different, space for themselves. Fire, wind, lightning, earth, and water. Naruto wondered, does that mean that he has all nature? However, all of them were at one at the moment, as he seemed to not specialize in any of them. And he could not put them to zero. Naruto saw something strange about this. He could not take the points from the others and place it into this, as he realized that he could only gain points in this section for themselves. This was separate from his original stats. Naruto wondered if there would be new categories where he opened different aptitude. He also wondered if any of this would be affected by the nine-tailed fox. Speaking of said fox, Naruto knew that the beast was inside of him. He knew that he could communicate with the beast. He felt it a lot during his meditation, but he chose not to. He wasn't ready for that just yet. But he has been putting it off for long enough. Naruto sat back down and closed his eyes and descended into his mindscape. The moment he arrived in there, Naruto saw a new category unlock. He was right. Beast Link. BLK. This affect how much power he could draw safely from the beast. Another part then open. Transformation Mastery. Usage of transformations. More than one. Naruto questioned. There was also transformation control as well. Naruto sat down and thought about that, as he wondered if this was due to different application of different elements. Like if he was to master a wing to an extreme level and able to transform. However, he got back to his feet. There was something else that he had to do right now. Naruto ventured deep within his mind and found it, as he was greeted the massive bars. However, within the mindscape there was a giant listing of his status as well, as Naruto gazed upwards, and the eyes of the demon fox, they gazed down towards him. But guys, be in subscribe right here. If you want to see part 2 of this, just go ahead and comment down below, and I'll post it as soon as possible. I hope you guys enjoy. But I'm out for now. See you guys soon. Peace.